We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. We are just hours away from the city's youth curfew going into effect. We're going to look at how it will be enforced and how that's prompting criticism even before the curfew begins. And as Memorial Day weekend gets underway, so does the traffic. Coming up, the best and the worst times to hit the road this holiday weekend. And marking the real meaning of Memorial Day, how you can show your respect to military families. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Shannon Lilly. There it is, a Blue Angel salute in Annapolis to the newest crop of officers commissioned into the United States Navy. It's graduation day at the Naval Academy in Annapolis. The midshipmen commissioned earlier this morning, and it is a long-awaited moment. 4 years of grueling work and dedication to get here. Congratulations to the U.S. Naval Academy class of 2023. Well, we are taking a live look at the roads now, and traffic is already a little bit starting to build up on the Bay Bridge there. AAA is predicting near-record travel for this Memorial Day weekend. A key factor to more travelers this year, gas prices are lower compared to last year. But with busier roads can bring more headaches, as we all know.
Just know that you will eventually get from point A to B. Just this year, since everybody has the same idea, it may take you a little longer.
And a reminder to take it slow. We have already seen one crash this morning on the bridge. This was around 9 this morning right there, and you can see the backups as traffic was halted so the car could be towed. And while many are driving, more than 3 million Americans are expected to fly. This is a live look at the airport in Dallas-Fort Worth. This weekend could be the busiest for airports since 2005. Now, if you're staying home, will the weather cooperate for all your outdoor plans? Stick with us. Meteorologist Amy Aronson is tracking your holiday forecast, and that is coming right up. In a city in crisis, the holiday weekend is already off to a violent start. 6 people have been shot in 3 separate shootings, including a quadruple shooting. It happened just before 11 in Northeast Baltimore. 2 women and 2 men were shot. Looking ahead this afternoon, Baltimore City Mayor Brandon Scott is kicking off his Be More This Summer youth engagement program. The kickoff comes ahead of the enforcement of the city's youth curfew. And this is a live look at the Inner Harbor, where the new efforts are being laid out to try and curb juvenile violence during the summer. Under the curfew, those younger than 14 need to be home by 9. Those 14 to 16 can stay out until 11. If kids are found breaking the curfew, they'll be asked to go home or taken to a youth connection center while the city tries to locate their parents. But going to a connection center isn't a requirement, which is drawing questions from some in city leadership.
At the end of the day, though, if a young person decides that they are not going to go, I want to remind members of the public and members of this committee that the curfew ordinance does not, young people are not violating criminal code, and so we are not forcing them to go anywhere.
This is not a tool that's going to make the Baltimore City safer. This is not a tool that's going to go against the young folks who are intentional activity at night. So I think we just have to accept that and literally move on.
According to the mayor's office, the plan will cost Baltimore taxpayers just over $1 million. The start of the youth curfew comes as the city remembers the youngest victims of the city's crime crisis. Baltimore City Public Schools hosted a Peace and Remembrance Day ceremony on Thursday. It was to honor the 19 students who were killed by gun violence within the past year. The youngest victim, just 8 years old. Well, we want to hear from you. Do you feel Baltimore City is a safe place to raise a child? So far, 98% of voters say no. Head to foxbaltimore.com/vote to weigh in. Well, it has been 1 week since an Anne Arundel County homeowner was beaten to death, and police have still not announced any arrests in the case. Police say 43-year-old Christopher Wright was assaulted last Friday evening by 3 or 4 men. Investigators say the group came to his home on Arundel Road West after a previous altercation. Now, police are asking anyone with information to contact them. Mackenzie Frost is following this story, and we'll have a closer look tonight on Fox 45 News at 4. Here's our look at today's top trending stories. Trending number 1. The Maryland State Supreme Court has put the reinstatement of Adnan Syed's murder conviction on hold. That's so it can review the case. Heyman Lee's family successfully argued their victims' rights were violated. The order cites that the Lee family did not object while awaiting final rulings by the state's highest court on the decision to set him free. It also says Syed has been caring for his elderly parents. His father suffers from dementia, and his mother was diagnosed with leukemia. Trending number 2, Baltimore police are asking for your help. They're looking for a woman connected to a deadly stabbing in Park Heights. At one point in the surveillance video there, you can see the woman pull a knife from her sleeve. Police say the stabbing happened just after midnight Monday. Anyone with any information is asked to call Baltimore police. Trending number 3, dirt bikes and ATVs are back, bringing a familiar sound of summer as police share success on a crackdown. But residents of one Baltimore community say they aren't seeing those effects. In Pigtown, residents have complained for months about the illegal dirt bikers racing through their community. They were stunned this week when city police announced a crackdown on illegal dirt bikes. Political analyst John Deedy suspects the mayor's recent attack on quality of life crimes like illegal dirt biking and squeegeeing could have to do a lot with voters and the upcoming campaign season.
Things can be awful for 3 years, but in the election year, if people feel better, they will have amnesia about the previous 3 years because they will look and see how are things at the moment. And that's how voters will think.
Well, Deedy says that even if these efforts prove unsuccessful, it's often the appearance of action that get voters' attention. Download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. Just search WBFF in your app store. Well, still ahead, Taylor Swift fans are selling bizarre memorabilia from her sold-out Eras tour. Just how much people are paying for rain that was caught during her concert. And TikTok is testing out a new AI feature. How it works, coming up. But first, police say a man shot his roommate after the man stole the last snack, the microwave treat that led to the gunfire.
And we are looking at a pretty start to the holiday weekend. We're enjoying blue skies and sunshine today and highs in the mid-70s. I am tracking some changes, though, as the holiday weekend continues. I'll let you know what the changes are and what they mean for your weekend plans in a couple of minutes on Fox 45 News Midday at 11.
Fox 45 News, winner of 17 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
We are back with a live look over the Bay Bridge as Memorial Day weekend is getting underway right now. It is going to be one of the busiest weekends of the year on Maryland roadways. Now, for many Americans, the long Memorial Day weekend is full of rest and relaxation, but veteran groups around the country hope the excitement for the unofficial start of summer doesn't distract people from the importance and true meaning behind this holiday.
We commemorate veterans who have given their lives on behalf of our country. We can display or help to place flags in cemeteries where veterans are buried. We can donate to organizations that support veterans and veteran memorials.
It was originally called Decoration Day. The holiday was actually created in the aftermath of the Civil War, officially being called Memorial Day back in 1971. Show us how you're marking Memorial Day. You can scan the QR code right there on your screen to share your photos and videos. You can also submit them on our website. That's foxbaltimore.com/chime-in. All right, it's time now to take a look at your social stream. A lawyer accused of conspiring with Alec Murdaugh pleads guilty for his role in a $4 million insurance scheme. 54-year-old Corey Fleming now faces up to 5 years in prison and $250,000 in fines. The charges stem from a scheme in which Fleming conspired with Murdaugh to siphon millions in settlement funds from Murdaugh's late housekeeper. Yesterday in court, Fleming admitted he did so by disguising the transfers as legal expenses. Murdaugh was charged federally for the first time this week on 22 counts related to alleged financial crimes. He is currently serving a life sentence in a South Carolina prison for killing his wife and son. So taking a look at what you all are saying online, Carolyn here says truth has a way of catching up. And then look here, wealth deeply spoils and corrupts to the core. The 64-year-old Kentucky man is accused of shooting his roommate after the man ate their last Hot Pocket. Clifton Williams is accused of going into a rage when he learned his roommate ate the last snack. Police say he became so enraged he shot his roommate. The man was taken to the hospital and is expected to recover. Williams is facing assault charges. Just an absolutely crazy story. Steven says this is something you would only see in America. And then here's this one. I just had one for lunch. I would say it really was not worth this. I would agree with that. Well, TikTok is the latest app to consider an AI feature. It's called Taco, and TikTok is testing the AI chatbot that can recommend videos based on what people ask it. Right now, the chatbot is being tested in the Philippines, and it's currently not available to users in North America or in Europe. This person says, to spy on people? And then here's another one who thinks it's interesting. Taco is a great addition to TikTok, using AI chatbot to enhance user experience. It'll be exciting to see how it performs and how it adds to the platform's features. I guess we'll have to see. Still ahead, teaching kids lessons outside the classroom. The new push to get kids outside and in nature. But first, a health alert about long COVID and how it may be more common than previously thought. And coming up at noon, it's Karamo, then at 1, it's Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. It's 11:13. You're watching Fox 45 News, Midday. We're back, taking a live look over the Inner Harbor on this start of the Memorial Day weekend. It's a gorgeous morning and lots of fun events downtown are scheduled this weekend. The Pride of Baltimore will be at Baltimore Peninsula, available for tours. There will be a festival with live music and food starting at 5 p.m. Now to a health alert. Several health advocacy groups are suing in an attempt to stop South Carolina from enforcing its new near-total ban on abortion. Republican Governor Henry McMaster signed the bill into law Thursday in a private closed-door ceremony.
They're just cowards, and they knew the outlash that most South Carolinians do not believe in that. The way they were behind closed doors because they're scared women are going to be behind closed doors getting illegal abortions.
Now, the new law bans most abortions as early as 6 weeks of pregnancy before many women even know they are pregnant. While it went into effect immediately, it's already facing legal challenges from health groups, including Planned Parenthood. It's expected challenges over the ban will go to the state Supreme Court. A new study finds about 10% of COVID survivors who had the Omicron variant are experiencing long COVID. Many report having lingering symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, loss of smell, and chronic cough. A youth curfew is going into effect tonight in Baltimore. At 4, hear more from Mayor Scott as he addresses the public this afternoon. How are communities welcoming this curfew? At 5, we go around Baltimore for the take from residents and businesses. And a busy travel weekend is getting underway now. At 6, live conditions around the region and the latest on traffic. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and your forecast in less than 2 minutes. If you do have an Amazon device, just tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. Well, trending today, a newly introduced bill in Minnesota would offer state funding to help teach kids to hunt and to fish, and it's gaining bipartisan support. The bill would fund a 3-day, 2-night nature immersive experience, and it's designed for kids in 4th through 8th grade.
Kids spend 10 times more time on the screen, and it's easier now in this day and age, and it feels safer to enable our children to be inside to learn. And really what this is doing is trying to help reverse that trend.
Now, if the bill passes, it would give families the option to sign their kids up for the free outdoor class. It would not be a mandated class. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now, and I like this, Mark. I feel like we have a lot of kids who sit inside, watch TV, are on their phones. So getting them outside, I mean, I think that's a good thing.
Definitely. Anything we can do to help build our kids, that's definitely a plus. I mean, giving them what they need. I guess let's start with giving them what they need in school. Now, if the school is a mess, and then you're taking them hunting and fishing, then I don't know if that makes sense. But, you know, let's get the basics taken care of, and yeah, definitely. Yeah. Get them outside. Get them outside. We outside.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was the same thing, but I did something similar in 6th grade. We had a week of camping out in nature, and it's something that you remember. Definitely more than sitting in a classroom.
Now, if you got old books and you don't have good books and you don't have good teachers, then I don't know. I think we got to get the priorities straight. But I'm down with it. Let's get these
first things first.
Yeah,
right?
Let's pump some money into the kids and get them out there, because I definitely think it's a good thing. You know?
Right. Get those fishing skills down, those hunting skills down. I don't know. I mean,
now, if the school has Wi-Fi, if the school don't have Wi-Fi, put the money into the Wi-Fi.
First things first. You're exactly right. Thanks, Mark.
If you got safe water at school, let's do that first, but then...
Priorities. Thanks. All right, we are taking you live to Ocean City, where thousands are expected to hit the beach this weekend. If you are heading to the coast, get in the car and go now, because AAA says you should really leave as early as possible. The worst times to be on the road is between 3 and 6 tonight. So the big question now is, will Mother Nature cooperate for the holiday weekend? Let's get right over to meteorologist Amy Amy, when I was outside earlier, it felt great, but what about the rest of the weekend?
Yeah, feels great now. Unfortunately, things are going to go downhill, not only here, but also at the beaches as showers arrive by the end of the weekend. Today, we're dry, bright and sunny, so weather cooperates today for your travels. Tomorrow, just mostly cloudy, and then a few showers are thrown into the mix Sunday and Monday. So heading home after the holiday weekend, coming back on Monday, be prepared for some damp road conditions then. But right now, blue skies and sunshine dominating the inner harbor. Comfy to start, upper 60s currently, mid 70s, that's where we're headed today. A nice warm start to the weekend with just a couple of stray showers showing up on Sunday. Looks like they do become a little more likely by Memorial Day on Monday. Right now, weather map looks quiet locally, but here's our next weather maker. That's shoving all that rain onshore for the Carolinas, and eventually that's going to track northward and bring us our next chance for rain too. So let's time it out together hour by hour. We are dry for the rest of today, but then here comes the showers and the clouds pushing in this weekend. I think we see some extra clouds by the end of the day tomorrow, but you'll notice that rain stays primarily off to our south and west here. A couple of showers will trickle in as we head throughout the day on Sunday, but the day as a whole far from a washout. So here's how that weekend plays out. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow with highs in the warm upper 70s, mid 70s on Sunday, and then back in the low 80s by Monday with a couple of showers showing up at that point. If you plan to break out the boat this weekend and spend the weekend on the water, we are under the influence of a northeasterly wind at times, 10 to 15 knots this weekend. Temperatures a little cooler on the water, but by Monday we're back in the mid 70s, although we do also have that brief chance for showers then. If you are headed to the beach this weekend, looks great today, not so great this weekend. It will be cooler with temperatures backing off into the 60s. Plus, we do have a better chance for some scattered showers there Sunday into Monday. Looking ahead at our full 10-day forecast shows we also have that chance for showers here locally. But after that, the heat is on. So we unofficially kick off summer this weekend. It's going to feel like it next week. We've got highs back in the 80s and then upper 80s and then even potentially our first 90-degree day of the season by the end of the week come next week. Shannon?
All right, Amy, thanks. Well, still ahead, airports are projecting to see record travel this holiday weekend. The new faster way to get through security that's rising in popularity. But first, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky delivers a surprise speech to Baltimore graduates. The message he sent students. It's 11:22. You're watching Fox 45 News, Midday. Don't miss this. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky delivers a surprise commencement address to graduates at Johns Hopkins University. He appeared via live stream to share words of encouragement. That was on Thursday. Zelensky telling students that time is the most valuable resource.
One piece of advice always works. You have to know exactly why you need today and how you want your tomorrows to look like. You have to know this when you are a politician and have to achieve a certain goal for your country. You have to know this when you are a soldier and you have to defend your position so that the whole country is protected. You have to know this when you just have to go through life.
Wow. Well, Zelensky was also presented with an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters degree by the university's president. If you're thinking of the long weekend and getting away, you are definitely not the only one. Google reports TSA PreCheck is being searched more this month in the U.S. than in the last 5 years, seeing an uptick in searches for summer travel ahead of Memorial Day weekend. According to the tech company, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is the top searched couples summer destination. Recently, overall, the most searched summer travel destination is said to be Glacier National Park, followed by Lake Tahoe. Cruise demand has roared back. The Wall Street Journal says occupancy levels have topped 100% on many ships. Occupancy rates are based on 2 people in a cabin, but they can exceed 100% if 3 or 4 passengers stay together. Well, that's all the time we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next, and Mark Clark is back with a preview. Hey, Mark.
That's right. So coming up, ditching the rules. A couple is making headlines after they're saying they're raising their kids without rules. From bedtime to bathing, the kids decide what they want to do. We'll talk about it coming up on Be More Lifestyle.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore on a Friday. Lady T is here along with meteorologist Amy Anderson and Sierra Nicole from Posh Pack. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, happy Friday, y'all.
Right, let me tell you right now, we all know apartment living comes with its challenges like thin walls that let you hear your neighbors, but what if you can really hear them, like everything? A woman is going viral over her tweet about her neighbor. She says their bedrooms share a wall and she can hear all their late night activities. To keep it down. She says she congratulates them on their healthy adult relationship, but doesn't want to hear much of it anymore. She gave them 2 beers as a peace offering. But baby, that ain't enough. They're getting it in.
She should have gave him some condoms, obviously.
Oh my God. Walls down.
She should have gave him some protection. She should have.
Yeah.
So, Sierra, has this ever happened to you?
Not this specifically, but I have been the neighbor to leave a note or two.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
You going somewhere else?
No.
So you'll write a letter real fast.
Yeah, real quick. Leave it on your car.
Real angry.
Sounds like Lady T. I can't imagine Lady T being quiet. So, Lady T, is this?
Wait, what kind of quiet? What kind of question is that?
Being quiet.
Get out my bedroom, Mark. Why you
I'm just saying, Lady T, I know you loud.
Listen, it's weird. When I was in college, there was a young lady down the hall who was constantly doing a lot of activities. And, you know what I'm saying? And we would just be like, are we hearing what we think we're hearing?
Yeah.
I mean, it was real life. I mean, that was college life, though. I mean, it's worse hearing real adults, actually.
Yeah. Well, if she had kids. Just imagine if she had kids and the kids.
Whoa!
So it's a part of life. It's a part of life.
Man,
Amy, you seem to be low key, but
this is going to make me uncomfortable.
Is there another? Amy might be a wild child. Who knows?
You never know.
I had a noisy neighbor in my first apartment, and my mom would come visit us, and you could hear it through the guest room, and she was like, your neighbor sounded like she was crying. I was like, I don't know.
When it's that good, you start crying.
Wow, that's amazing. I just said my grandparents were loud, but I'll leave it at that.
You know
what? Have you ever confronted a neighbor for being too loud? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on our lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. And at the end of the show, we find out what you think, all right?
Quietly, right?
Now, check this out. Ditching the rules. A couple in the UK is making headlines after they're saying they're raising their kids without rules. The kids don't go to school. They don't have a bedtime. They get to pick out what they want to eat. They also choose if they want to take a shower, brush their teeth, and instead of vaccines or modern medicine, the family relies on herbs and fruits and berries, and they're documenting their journey on Instagram and YouTube. This sounds like I'm getting trolled by this family. Lady T, are you really letting your kids do everything? No vaccines, not washing their body?
And letting them choose what they want to do.
We know how this is going
college. They're not in college. They're not grown. I don't agree with that.
I don't know. Sierra,
no rules. You
Sierra,
gotta have some rules. There has to be some kind of balance.
What do you think, Sierra?
I'm not one to tell people how to raise their kids, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give you that.
Okay.
But I think there are some things that you just should do, just standard, right? But I love the idea that they're letting them explore to kind of choose certain things. It reminds me of a Montessori type of learning style.
It reminds me of wolf puppies. That's what it reminds me of.
That's an
Amy,
extreme.
what do you think? Now, Amy, you're practical. What do you think?
I think you need some rules. I don't know.
Yeah, thank you.
There's got to
be some kind of rules.
Some kind of, just some kind of.
I mean, washing yourself?
If you're going to let them explore.
Come on now, Sierra.
That's crazy.
Little funky kids.
Yeah,
you imagine
I'll do that.
You kids with no brushing teeth and coming from outside? Oh, no.
See, it should be followed by, no rules should be followed by probably a backhand, I assume.
There you go.
What are you
violence?
doing? You live in life like you're an adult. You're not an adult.
These kids smell like mushrooms. Okay, Taylor Swift fans are selling bizarre memorabilia from her Sold Out Eras tour. From confetti. They're also, $50 for confetti. Also, a bag of air from her chauffeur, $100.
Okay.
This sounds like, I'm not even going to read the rest because it just sounds like they are really just getting over it. Bag of air, $100. Bag of air. Anybody wants some gas?
And they have a paper ticket from her show, like one of her shows. I think they're selling that too. That'd be good.
I mean, what's going on here? Is this just, she's so famous that this is just, you can sell them anything, Sierra?
This is next level OnlyFans, I think. This is what Taylor Swift was like, I'm a big deal, but I still need the money. So, we're going to do OnlyFans and sell my air. But her air I breathe.
Her people will purchase it. They call themselves the Swifties. Right?
Yes,
they're like diehard
Lady T's a Swiftie.
I'm a Swiftie intern. I'm a Swiftie intern.
Okay.
I'm almost at the level I need to be. I've just been inducted, so I'm on my way up.
All right. So
There's
I'm a Beehive girl. I'm
levels.
not a Swiftie.
Beehive versus Swiftie. Okay, Amy, would you buy a bag of air for $100 for Taylor Swift?
Absolutely not. I couldn't even afford the tickets to the show. Like, if you're going to spend the money.
You don't want to at least, like, I don't know. I just want to have the air. I just want to know what Taylor Swift, what kind of air
so
she
you're
breathes.
down with it then.
But not for that amount. But what kind of air does she breathe? Because the way she be doing these performances, she's amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
I want to see
feel like
maybe her sweat. And with her sweat also, I would think. Come on, Swift.
I don't know. Well,
too much?
Well, ladies, thanks so much. We'll see you all later in the show. Still ahead, a special place for moms. We'll show you the new co-working space in Baltimore that's got an in-house daycare. But first, a new car tool that can help you even if you didn't file an insurance claim. We'll tell you all about this handy dashboard camera coming up next. Stay around.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
There's nothing fun about a wreck, especially when it comes to providing or proving who's at fault. Today, Genevieve Gorder has a deal on a handy dash cam that could be a solution for you. Here's America's Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Noki.
Hey everybody, we all spend a lot of our lives in our cars. And wouldn't you like that time that you do spend here to be as safe as possible? It's scary to think about, but there are over 6 million car accidents each year in the US, and that's a huge number. But one of the ways we can find peace of mind is through how we protect ourselves. This is the Minolta dash cam. Now, if you're ever involved in a car accident, you could have supporting evidence at your fingertips. Think about that. This camera comes with a windshield mount, and it's really easy to set up. It has a wide angle and tiltable lens, and it uses HD video, so it won't miss anything going on in front of you, including license plate numbers. It also has this large screen, so you can actually see the footage that you record. And the most important part of the camera is the G sensor, which will automatically detect a collision and make sure it gets recorded. Now, beyond accidents, think about the added security of having a camera like this in your car. Break-ins, road rage, unsafe parking lots. Think of this like a security camera for your car that you can feel good about. We are offering a special offer right now. Get one for yourself. Think about getting one for your kid going away to school, elderly parents, anyone you want to keep safe. Take advantage of this deal. Go to asadeals.com.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Tedco in association with Pinnacle Media.
We're back with Tech Takeover. Who do we have this week, Crystal?
We are here with Tamira Lucas. She is the CEO of theCUBE and also the venture growth partner over at Tedco. So welcome.
Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
Yes, I mean, you created a dynamic space for moms to actually co-work. Tell us a little bit about theCUBE.
So theCUBE Co-work is Baltimore's one and only co-working space that provides on-site babysitting services within inside of our co-working space so that moms can focus on growing growing and launching their businesses versus being able to or struggling with balancing their families and their business.
So you took that knowledge and that expertise over to TEDCO to help other women, specifically underserved and underrepresented women. So what's some of the challenges you see?
Absolutely. So with TEDCO, we focus on technology and life science based businesses here in Maryland, and specifically in Baltimore, I'm focused on the underrepresented community. And what I see a lot is that they do not have the resources or the network and the funding to be able to grow their ventures. And so it's my responsibility to help provide all of those things so that they can be successful and grow businesses right here in Baltimore.
So what does a woman need to bring to the table, or any founder, to actually get your support?
An idea. Honestly, it starts with an idea, even if it's just on the back of a napkin idea, right? And so you also just want, the biggest thing is being coachable and allowing us to help guide you, right? We know that your business ideas are your babies, but you have to be willing to be open to the coaching and the advising, and also just your mindset and getting out there and wanting to actually be successful and not allowing the obstacles to get in your way.
So tell us, how can people, one, engage with the Cube, but also engage with TEDCO and your venture path for them?
Absolutely. So you can definitely go to our website, thecubecowork.com. There are an abundance of resources that we provide, and also investment opportunities for those that are looking to invest in businesses. And you can go to TEDCO's website as well to, under the Urban Business Innovation Initiative, to reach out to me. And I would love to help, because I want businesses in Baltimore to grow.
Absolutely, and you are a woman of your word. Tamara, you have been there for me. I appreciate you as an ally. So everybody, that was Tamara Lucas. She is the CEO and founder of the Cube co-working space. And this is Tech Takeover. Back to you, Mark.
Still ahead with your shopping. Keep it local. It's National Small Business Month. Coming up, how you can help local businesses and their owners by shopping small. But first, helping local students succeed, we'll introduce you to the woman behind a new nonprofit that's working to end period poverty.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
All right, welcome back. One organization is taking steps to help local students get necessary hygiene products that they may not be able to afford. So Sierra Nicole with PoshPack joins us now to discuss how she and others are raising awareness for this particular cause. Welcome to the show, Sierra. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Thanks for having me.
I know you look beautiful. Thank you for joining us. All right, so tell us about PoshPack and the goal of the nonprofit organization.
Yes, so I'm really excited to bring PoshPack to Baltimore. I currently serve on the board of directors, and what our mission is to eradicate period poverty in our communities while also providing access to period products to our students. Unfortunately, 25% of teens are missing school because they just can't afford pads. And education should really be at the forefront. This really builds the foundation to their success. So there should be absolutely no reason that they can't access these products.
Okay, so what do you mean? What does it mean when you say that students are experiencing, period poverty? What specifically does that mean?
So pretty much what's happening is every month they can't afford pads, tampons, even the Diva Cup, right? Whatever suits your needs. They are not being able to access them. Their families can't afford them. And this is a worry that they have every single month, because who wants to feel like, oh my God, I don't have the confidence. I can't go to school. I'm missing class just because I don't have the products that they can't choose to not have their period, right? Like having access to this should be a right, not a privilege.
Right. Okay. So tell us about the event that's coming up this weekend that's kind of connected to the cause.
Yes, I'm so excited. So this will be our inaugural event. We're having a period product drive at Towson Town Center from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Menstrual Hygiene Day, which is this Sunday. And at the event, we'll be collecting pads. We'll be creating care packages, which we call our Posh packages. We'll also have an area for schools to sign up if you have your school administrator, faculty member, or organization leader. If you would like your organization to receive some pads, we'll have a sign-up sheet, and if you're a student and you want your school to receive some, you can also sign up as well. We'll also have a DJ and just like a really fun time. I think when it comes to the topic of menstrual hygiene, it's really a taboo subject, and it should be something
people
that
don't really
we're
like
not
talking about it as often.
Yeah, it's like people are afraid to talk about it. It's a real thing. Let's have a conversation. It's not going anywhere.
Right, that's right. Okay, so who is it really geared towards? What students? Is it just Baltimore City and Baltimore County particularly?
So for this event specifically, yes, for Baltimore City and Baltimore County schools, as well as any organizations. We'll be hosting another event in the D.C. area where we'll be focusing on the schools out there.
Excellent. So you're taking over the DMV area with this. Okay, so what do you want our viewers to know about this event or the cause that you've taken up? Anything particular?
Yeah, we just really want you to support. Like I said before, education is the forefront. A period should never get in the way of education. So we have to support our students by donating pads. If you can't make the event, or if you don't want to donate, you can obviously donate monetarily, and you can do that by going to our website, theposhpack.com.
Okay, tell us one more time, where can they go for info, and also hit us with the social media, girl.
Yes, theposhpack.com is our website. You can read all about us and our mission and see some of the schools that we actually have given some of our pads to. You can donate if you want to. You can just check out some of the things that we're doing. Just share, right? I think with social media right now, we have the opportunity to get the word out everywhere. So use it, share, let people know what we're doing and how they can get involved.
You heard that. Share and spread the word. Thank you so much for joining us today, Sierra.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, have a great event on Sunday.
Thanks.
And now let's take a look at your best weather in America. Why not head to the beach to kick off Memorial Day weekend? Looks kind of empty there today, but the sun is shining. Some folks are walking down the boardwalk right now. Beautiful start to the weekend. Unfortunately, it's not going to stay this nice there. It's going to be kind of cloudy and cool and a little damp as the weekend continues. If you're planning on heading to the beach today, now would be the time before the roads get really packed, plus the weather's cooperating. Turning mostly cloudy over the weekend with a few showers by Sunday. By Monday, they do become a little more scattered, so I did bump that to the yellow light just because a lot of folks are heading back home come Monday. Right now, we are just under sunshine. Blue skies and sunshine. Beautiful start to the weekend. Upper 60s currently, so really comfy out there. Mid 70s is where we're headed today. I'm tracking a few showers over the weekend, and then they do become a little more likely by Memorial Day on Monday. Right now, all is quiet locally. High pressure to thank for that. Sitting to our north, but to our south, we find a new weather maker. That's currently shoving all this moisture, all this rain onshore for the Carolinas, and that's what's going to spread our way by the end of the weekend. It's a slow mover. It takes its sweet old time getting here. That means we're dry for the rest of today and tomorrow, too. It's not really until Sunday that we see some clouds roll in, and then some showers will gradually trickle into from the south as we head through the afternoon and the evening. As we get into early next week, that trend will continue. So here's how the next couple of days play out. It's going to be nice and warm tomorrow, a nice mix of sun and clouds for anything outside, upper 70s. We're in the mid 70s on Sunday with increasing clouds and a couple of showers, and then a few more showers on Monday, but a little milder too. If you plan to spend this weekend on the water, just be prepared for some northeasterly winds at 10 to 15 knots. Temperature's a little cooler there too, but we are back in the mid 70s by the holiday. If you're headed to the beach, little cloudy, little cooler. Low 60s tomorrow, mid 60s on Sunday, and upper 60s by Monday. But we are tracking some scattered showers at the beaches. Quick look at that 10-day forecast shows the heat is on next week. After the weekend, we are climbing with our temperatures, upper 80s by Thursday, briefly in the 90s by the end of the week. Back to you.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Amazon.
In honor of National Small Business Month, Amazon has released its annual Small Business Empowerment Report. Here to tell us more is Claire O'Donnell, Director of Selling Empowerment at Amazon. Claire, welcome. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Excited to chat with you about small businesses on Amazon.
Definitely. So tell us about some of the key findings in this year's Small Business Empowerment Report.
It was a challenging year, as the last few years have been for businesses of all sizes last year, but we're seeing that small businesses selling on Amazon continue to thrive. Actually, more than 60% of sales in Amazon's store were from independent sellers, most of which are small and medium-sized businesses, and not always businesses that you would expect to see selling on Amazon, you know, local restaurants selling sauces, or artisans selling handmade goods, or even nonprofit organizations. And they're at the heart of the local community. In fact, independent sellers, as a result of selling an Amazon store, were able to create over 1.5 million jobs within the U.S.
And where in the U.S. does Amazon see the most independent seller growth?
Yeah, we see our fastest growing sales in Alaska, Mississippi, Maine, Wyoming, and in Idaho. And something that's actually really interesting in this year's report is that sellers from rural areas saw that their sales grew 40% year on year, which kind of speaks to that ability to reach more customers beyond just your own main street, but across the U.S. with your products.
And what tools and services does Amazon offer sellers to help them succeed?
It is super important to us that our sellers are successful, and we invest billions of dollars every year in tools and resources to help make it easier for them to launch and grow their brand and their business. So just to use one example, we actually have hundreds of thousands of hours of free educational content for businesses at all stages. We have Amazon Small Business Academy if you're an early stage entrepreneur who just has an idea and a dream, all the way to Seller University, which will help you get started and then become more successful selling on Amazon. And that's just one of the things that we do to support seller success.
Great information. And where can we go to learn more?
Well, you're probably wondering where you can go shop small on Amazon. So last year, we launched our small business badge. Look out for that as you're shopping on Amazon. You can see it on search or on the product detail page, or go to amazon.com/support-small. And we have a curated selection of products from small, women-owned, military-owned businesses, and more.
Awesome. Claire, thanks so much for this great information, okay?
Thank you for having me.
Take care. Still ahead, making the most of apartment living. One woman says she had enough and confronted her overly loud neighbors. What you're saying about it coming up. We all know apartment living comes with its challenges like thin walls that let you hear neighbors, but what if you could really hear them like everything? A woman is going viral over a tweet about her neighbors. She says their bedroom shares a wall and she can hear all their late night activities. She wrote a letter asking them to keep it down. She says she congratulated them on their healthy adult relationship, but doesn't want to hear so much of it. She threw in 2 beers as a peace offering, and we wanted you to tell it. Have you ever confronted a neighbor for being too loud right now? Most of you are saying, yes, I've done it. All right. Great show lined up for Monday. It's Memorial Day, and that means a lot of people will be grilling out. We'll show you how to elevate your cookout and ditch those typical sides.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
And thank you for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a great holiday and put some meat on the grill for me, okay? See you soon.